When it comes to preparing yourself for retirement, your budget still matters. As annoying as it may be, your budget will never go away because you're only going to have so much money coming in to pay for all of your necessities. In this video, we're going to go over what you need to be considering when it comes to your budget as you prepare for your retirement. The process of building a financial plan is very similar to a pyramid. The base level of any financial plan is your budget and your cash flow. Your income, your expenses, your assets, and your liabilities are the first four things that you have to have a grasp on to really begin building a financial plan that's going to work for you. Your budget and your cash flow are what's going to help you determine what goals you set for yourself. If you're in the preparation phase of your financial journey, then you may want to retire early. To retire early, you're going to have to save additional funds into your investment accounts or pay off all of your debt. You can't set these goals and make a plan to achieve them until you understand your income, your expenses, your assets, and your liabilities. The third stage is to figure out where you're going to save for those goals, whether it's your 401k, a Roth IRA, money in the bank, a taxable account. You're not going to know what account is going to be the best for you without a base understanding of how your money moves. And then finally, at the very top of that pyramid, we have to protect everything. So with life insurance, health insurance, your homeowner's insurance, and your auto insurance, we're going to use all four of those insurance pieces to protect your plan. The first stop as you prepare yourself for your retirement is to fit your spending into a 60-20-20. 60% of your after-tax income goes towards your needs, 20% goes towards your wants, and 20% goes towards your savings. Now you'll notice that we've increased our wants-based spending by 5% and our savings by 5%. The difference there was a reduction in our needs-based spending of 10%. The reason that we want to get our spending more towards a 60-20-20 versus a 70-15-15 is because we want to ensure that we're setting more money aside to prepare ourselves to retire. The most important component of your spending is your savings. That money that you have left over each month, ensuring that it's going to the place that it needs to go to get you ready for retirement, that is the goal. By increasing that by 5%, we're going to use that 5% to either increase your savings into your investments or to pay down debt. The other 5% that we added to your wants-based spending, that's for you to enjoy. One thing to keep in mind about the preparation phase is that you're walking a very fine line of saving enough money to make sure that you have enough for your retirement, but also taking some of the money that you are working hard for and enjoying it, going on the vacations with friends, going on vacation with your children, doing the things that you want to do while you're still physically able to do it. As you work through the preparation phase, we want to continue increasing the amount of money that you get to enjoy. But at the same time, we want to ensure that we're also increasing the amount that we're saving. The final phase for all of this is going to be the 50-25-25. To get to a point that your spending is 50% needs, 25% savings, and 25% wants, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some diligence on your part to make sure that you're spending your money properly. In our video on how much you should have saved for retirement, we go over two different trains of thought when it comes to how much you need to have saved. First is replacing 70% of your final gross income. The other is replacing 50% of your final gross income. If you're only able to accumulate enough assets to cover 50% of your final gross income, then getting your spending to a 50-25-25 is the priority during your preparation phase. Getting to this point is mostly going to revolve around debt reduction. Now, you may be able to carry with you into retirement your mortgage. You may be able to swing that payment. But all of the other consumer debt that you have, your credit cards, your student loans, your auto loans, all of those loans need to be the focus with your savings designated spending. Reducing that debt is what's going to help you get your needs-based spending down to the levels that you need to achieve. Another thing that I want you to consider when it comes to the preparation phase is that you prepare yourself for your retirement emergencies. And we're not talking about replacing your wages in the event that you lose your job. You're quitting your job. That's the whole point of retirement. But the things that we want to cover are the big ticket items: a new roof, a new HVAC system, potentially a new car. All of these things are going to cost a lot of money. The last thing you would want to do is to have to overdraw your retirement accounts to cover these costs. And what I mean by overdrawing is if you're basing your income plan on a 4% withdrawal rate, you don't have the wiggle room to overdraw your account to cover one of these big ticket items. One option is to save for them, and maybe you're only able to save half. But if you know that early on in your retirement, you may need to replace the roof on your home, or you may need to replace the HVAC system that you have, start setting aside money to cover at least half of that cost. Now, if you're cash strapped and you're struggling to even get to a 60-20-20 spending plan, it may be in your best interest to figure out a way to get those items fixed before you retire, and then you don't have to worry about them. I don't want you to retire and immediately have to overdraw your retirement accounts. Having money set aside to cover those big ticket items, that's one of the priorities of having that additional money allocated towards your savings. So if you're not sure what to do with all of that savings designated money, we have a video for that. In our video on excess cash flow, we take you through a path of what you should do with any additional money that you have. In that video, we do discuss HSAs. HSAs, if you're not aware, are health savings accounts, and these accounts are only available to those that are on a high deductible health plan. If you're in your 50s, it may not make the most sense for you to be on a high deductible health plan, especially if you know that you have health issues. If that's the case, then just skip that. But the priority during the preparation phase is to hit your savings goal, but to also get rid of the debt. We don't care about the interest rate on your debt. We just want it gone. Getting rid of your debt is what's going to reduce your needs-based spending the most. If you are behind on your retirement savings, utilize your employer-sponsored accounts. We don't care about the tax treatments of the money going in or the money coming out. A 401k or a 403b are most likely going to have the highest limits available to you to stash away money. Utilize these accounts to hit your savings goal. And finally, if a Roth IRA is the right option for you, get it open and put money in it immediately. Remember, with a Roth IRA, you have to have that account open with money in it for at least 5 years before you can withdraw your growth tax-free. So if a Roth IRA fits in your financial plan and you don't have one open yet, do it immediately and just put $100 in it. That way the clock starts ticking on that 5-year requirement. As we've been over in our other budgeting videos, do not go on a crash spending diet to make your budget fit in these ranges. Nothing good comes from drastic measures. Take slow, calculated steps to get your spending to the point that you need it to be. I urge you to continue to do the things that you enjoy. You have to have hobbies, especially as you transition into retirement. Retirement can be very lonely for a lot of people, so ensure that you have hobbies and that you have friends that you can do those hobbies with as you transition into retirement. Do not do these hobbies at the expense of your retirement readiness. Make sure that you're hitting all of the financial checkpoints that you need to hit, but the money that's allotted for your wants-based spending, enjoy it and don't feel guilty about it. I also want you to spend more money at the grocery store than you do at restaurants. This is not only going to save you money, it's also probably going to make you healthier. And then the amount of money that you spend on your wants, do that in cash. Now, I understand you may want to take a trip and that's going to require you to swipe a card, but take cash with you. That way, you can spend the money guilt-free, but not blow your budget for the month. All of your wants-based spending, carry that with you in cash. When you run out of cash, you can't spend any more money on your wants. Now, 25% of after-tax income in cash can be a significant amount, so make sure you keep it in a safe place. But keep the money that you know that you're going to need to enjoy the things that you enjoy doing in cash and only spend that. Finally, once you achieve a 50-25-25 spending plan and your budget fits in that, stop. Enjoy your money. You don't need to cut your needs-based spending anymore. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Enjoy your money, especially while you're still physically able to enjoy it. There are trips that you may want to take, but take them while you can, especially when you still have the money coming in from your job. It does take a little bit of the stress off of spending that money, knowing that those paychecks are still going to come in over the next 5 to 10 years. As long as you're hitting your financial goals, there is no need for you to reduce your need spending anymore. Look, I know budgeting sucks. It's no different than dieting. It's just as miserable. But having a grasp on your money is how you can ensure that you'll be in the best position to hit your financial goals. You want your retirement to be enjoyable. Use these last 10 years of your working career to make it as enjoyable as it can be. Ideally, you're in the highest earning years of your career. Take advantage of that money. Don't blow it. Make sure that it's being used in a way that's going to set you up for the best golden years you could dream of. Talk to you soon.